A new transit bus arrived in the city today, but it will only stay for 3 days. It's part of a public awareness campaign as BC Transit moves into the second phase of its master plan for the city.
Residents of Prince George will be seeing this bus all over town at CNC, UNBC, Walmart, Spruceland Mall and the Pine Centre Mall. But it won't be taking passengers. It will be carrying information about the next phase of BC Transit's master plan for Prince George. To date, the response has been great.
Last year during our Canada Day open house, we got, I think it was like 1,800 visitors over the 2 days, which is a phenomenal turnout. And really what we've seen here in Prince George is that people are committed to their transit system, that people are engaged in transit. They see the value in public transportation, and they understand that there are benefits, both economic and environmental, to using transit. And so it's been really encouraging to have that sort of engagement.
Since undertaking phase 1 of the master plan, the city has heard some common themes among transit riders, and more particularly those who don't ride the bus.
Over the years, that's what I've heard from people, is just the extra hours, earlier starts, later runs, just to accommodate people's needs for working. Certainly the holiday service is something that came up several times. Some future routing perhaps to some of the more rural areas, Blackburn, Pineview, Beaverley.
Public transit is in a constant state of change in Prince George, and it may be undergoing more soon.
Once we've gone through phase 2 with the Transit Future Plan, we'll be able to sit down with BC Transit, evaluate what efficiencies we can, if we need to look at reducing any kind of routes that aren't performing, be able to allocate those hours and dollars to routes that require more service.
Once this bus has done its job, the information gathered during its stint in the city will be incorporated into the Phase 2 report. After that, Council gets a look at it.
Now that we're providing the report, the draft report in forms of maps and graphs and stats, it helps people see and understand what it is that we've collected over the last year and a bit, and so where we're at and what kind of things we've heard, and now saying, okay, we're reporting back to you and saying, okay, this is what we've seen.
Prince George has had the highest participation rate of all the communities since the bus was introduced in Phase 1. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.